Now you gotta compensate. Tuesday's the first time, so 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Tuesday.
I can't even go to the bar at 4:30 and still be there. Hardly any traffic here. Oh yeah, you just got had to follow the game on Twitter. That's what I just like missed. And these are the biggest Gopher fans. They fight for us. And they didn't watch this game.
Just like Gerald Midges enjoying their Saturday, I guess.
Yeah.
In a different way.
It's a different way. And they're not winning overtime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm good. You guys are good.
Do you guys remember though, like we were just talking about this last night, like all the Duke guys, the Duke guys, because they all play 40 minutes a game, over and over and over every single game.
Games change so much now. It's like
Probably should be better than the team.
Fox.
Minnesota head coach Ben Johnson. Questions for Coach?
And obviously, you talked about hopefully the basketball gods that smile on you guys at some point. What does it feel like to be on the other side of one of these?
I'm mad I should have said that a long time ago. No, it feels good. It feels good to have our guys be rewarded. You know, I think they've persevered through a lot, especially the guys that have been here from day one. And to see that, like, you know, over time, the hard work and what we do works, and that they're good players, and they just need a little bit of belief. You know, I think that's the whole key to everything. You know, I don't care what you're in or what you do. If you got belief and you can back that up with, you know, positive occurrences, I think sky's the limit. You know, and I think our guys throughout the course of the year, even in losses when we played well, have found ways, and we've constructed ways for them to keep believing. And that's how you win a game like this, when you know it's kind of ragtag, and you know, you just find ways to stay in it. And we've been a good second half team, and I just think they have a really belief that they're going to find a way to win.
Where do you think the belief and confidence came during overtime? Or what do you think changed because they really dominated?
Yeah, I just think, you know, the second halves that we've had this year have been obviously really good. And they know they're going to play well. I think that's just the bottom line. They know that they're going to get stops. They know that they're going to score offensively. But I think that's been back since even Ohio State, when we had a bad first half, we had a really good second half. We've stayed the course with that, and we've tried to reemphasize over and over that's the type of team we are. Now, can we put it together in the first half, which I thought we did a decent job today, you know, tied in at 27. But they just have a will and a belief, and they were not going to be denied today.
Dawson has a sequence there in overtime where he hits the three, then knocks the ball out of bounds off Northwestern and draws a foul on the other end. What does it mean to just get that kind of performance from him in overtime, especially as a leader?
Yeah, no, I thought the three put it up like 66, 63, and I thought that was huge because, you know, if you make a two, it's still, you don't have the confidence necessarily defensively as much, because, you know, you foul them, they go to the line, they make 2 free throws, it's tied. You know, they make a two, it's tied. They make a three, now you're down. Whereas a three, you know, they score or they go to the free throw line and make two, you're still up one. So you just have a different, as a player, you have a different sense of confidence. You feel like it's bigger than 3 points, if that makes sense. And I thought when he made that, it just energized our defense. There was even more confidence, and then you make that hustle play that he made, and it just kind of snowballs. And so I thought that was a huge play, you know, big time shot from him. And then again, I just thought our ball screen coverage set the tone. He was a big part of that. Pharrell was a big part of that. Pharrell protecting the rim was huge. Parker in his minutes in the first half with ball screen coverage at the 5 was huge. I have a ton of respect for Chris and what they do and where their program's at and where he started from. And that's a really good team, like a really good, experienced, old. They run great stuff. And so this is a big time win for us to build on.
That screen setting, that Northwestern run that screen setting teams, how are you guys able to counter that?
You know, you just gotta fight. You know, you watch them, and it got to a point where I was watching too much, and I was like, God, like, you're gonna go crazy, because they are a great setting screen team, and they run a lot of good stuff, and they got guys that can make shots and can catch it and shoot it, you know, off the catch, which is tough. And so, you know, we really emphasized the last couple of days of, you know, good players don't get screened. You got to find a way. You got to survive it, and know that they're going to make a couple, and that can't be deflating, right? It's like next possession, good or bad. And I thought our guys kind of had that short-term memory, because they made a couple tough ones, and you got to be able to live with that. I thought, though, defensively, to hold them to 66 points, you know, credit to our guys for just, again, I think being resilient and tough and having fight to them.
On the defensive end, Pharrell being back from his injury, and then the second half, some big blocks. Remind you of the Penn State game a little bit.
Yeah, no, some huge blocks. I mean, he's taken so much pride in his defense, and for a young sophomore to have that, and not only that, the pride, but the confidence. I mean, he believes that he's a rim protector because he's shown it. You know, he's taken a big step from even last year. You know, to be able to get vertical or to block shots, and just to have the presence in the paint, and then be able to, you know, he's tipped a couple and got the rebound, or he adjusts a shot and able to get the rebound. You know, I thought his energy and just his fight I don't think I subbed him much the second half. And he just competed, and I think he's learning and growing and just coming into his own kind of before our eyes. But it's the competitive piece that I love. Like that he did not want to be denied. He had a look on his face late in that second half in overtime where it was like we are not losing this game.
You just said didn't want to be denied. Elijah obviously had a scare, and he came back. I mean,
Yeah.
you probably don't win this game if you never know, but if he doesn't come back from that.
Yeah, no, I know. Went down. I had no idea what had happened, and I know he got banged up pretty good. But for him to come back again, he's a warrior. He was not gonna be on the sidelines for this one. And again, I just think the toughness that he has, it trickles down to our guys. He's kind of the head of the snake, being the lead guard, but I think his confidence, his toughness, his experience now is really becoming who we are as a team, and we're kind of taking on that identity, which is important. And he knows, you're never going to be 100%. But there was nothing that was going to stop him if he could from getting back into the game.
Coach, how big was it to have a week between games, and then also did you anticipate your starters would play as many minutes as they have to tonight?
No, I didn't. I knew that they have a short bench, and so it could have been one of those games, but I didn't anticipate it was going to be, quite to the level that our guys played, especially, we had 3 guys go over 40. But in these type of games, I don't think you get tired. I just don't. I think the energy of the crowd, I think the competitive nature of the game, guys don't get tired. So I didn't worry about that too much. It was good to have a week off to rest, but at the same time, when you're not playing a game, you worry, do you get out of rhythm a little bit? I thought we were pretty good in the first half with that, but that's always in the back of your mind, like, all right, we haven't played in however many days. But again, to our guys' credit, I think they're committed to this team, and they're committed to moving the needle, and they're committed to just doing the process day by day.
Felt like the 10-0 run right before half gave you guys a jolt. How big was that sequence to kind of propel into the second half?
No, it was big because I think before that I was on them because I just thought our energy was bad. Like I thought we were just flat, looked flat, acted flat, pouty, moody. So at the timeout, I just said like this is not going to work. Like if you're going to win this game, our attitude and energy and fight. I can't see the blank stares like I'm taking dudes out if I see that. Because that's not us. And again, the more I'm around this team, the more I'm learning, more than any other team probably, like we have to be who we are if we're gonna have a chance. Obviously you got a game plan, you got to prep, you got to scout, but it's so important for us to understand who we are and what works for us and stick to that and be that. And we're kind of an emotional team, and not crazy, but like we play with emotion. You can't flatline it. We don't have any Kawhi Leonards, so once we flipped that and we got life into us, I thought we played better, and I thought that led to the 10-0 run.
What does it mean to be 500 through halfway point?
No, that was a goal. That's just, you try to have little goals here and there, and that was one of them. This league is going to be decided, obviously, March is going to be a grind, but you want to be in position to be in position. And that's all we talk about. And it doesn't necessarily, I'm not talking about postseason and this or that. I'm just talking about you want to be in position to have something to play for. And that's the challenge, because the last 2 years, obviously, we haven't. So now it's like you got to flip your mind frame now to not being satisfied. So this was a goal. We checked the box. But now it's like, can you be greedy and want more? And you can't do that by focusing on down the road. It's day by day. It's the monotonous process of, all right, tomorrow we got to get in there, you got to get treatment, you got to rehab, you got to look at film. You got to stay the course, and it's got to be that daily regimen. And I think though now that we're winning, guys, it's easier to do that.
Coach, can you talk about Cam Christie's confidence? That he's had confidence the entire time, but it seems like it's still growing and growing. He's finding his shot more often. How have you seen him grow over these last few games, especially this? Well,
I've said it. I mean, that's who Cam is. That's who Cam was when I saw him at AU and in high school, and that's why he was a must get for us, is because some guys have that and some guys don't. I call that kind of rational confidence. But I want my team, I want my players to all have that. sometimes you got to have a guy that's like alpha with that mind frame to hopefully rub off on other guys. But that's Cam, but that's why he's going to be really good, like really good, and never afraid of the moment. Nothing's too big, zero fear. And I just think the more experiences he gets, the better he's going to get. And so, you know, again, I want him to be greedy. I want him to want more. I think he's making the right plays. Puts in a lot of work like the rest of our guys, a lot of time in the gym, so I got all the confidence in the world. But it's that mind frame, you know, it's that mentality that he's got.
What does this win in particular say about the improvement of this program?
No, I think it says that we're obviously taking a step in the right direction, and that's exciting. You know, it's nobody wants to hear it, especially me. But you know, you got to go through the suck a lot of times, especially here. You know, again, maybe people will hate me for that comment, but been here as a player, been here as an assistant, been here as a head coach, and I understand, you know, what works here, the process to get here. I don't want to be a quick fix guy. It's about, you know, a standard of excellence over time, and to create that, and you know, to have that quote unquote culture. But it takes time, and guys you got to go through it, right? Going through it makes you tougher. It does, and we're not taking any shortcuts. As painful as it is sometimes, we're gonna do it the hard way. That's just kind of how we are, who we are, what this program's kind of always been. You got to figure out the hard way, and you got to be good with that, and you got to embrace that. And now, once you set the standard, now it's like continuing every day to grow and maintain that, and then to stack it. And that's our challenge now. It's like, can we keep stacking it? And it's not only this year. Like, can you get momentum the end of this second half of the season to finish the right way, but to carry you to spring to the summer to stack it again for next year? You know, got a chance to have a lot of these guys back. Hopefully we can, knock on wood. But that's the plan, and that's always kind of been the plan, and just to stay the course. And again, wins like these against really good teams should enhance the belief that our guys have, and that, you know, when we're right, I think we can compete and be competitive with anybody in our league.
One or two more for Coach.
How important was the crowd today, and any plea for them to come out on Tuesday for Michigan State?
I thought the crowd was awesome. You know, I'm gonna take the side of I'm thankful and appreciative of the people that came. I think sometimes, you know, it's easy to say, oh well, we need more people. We need it to be sold out, right? But I think that discredits the people that come here every single game. And there's a lot of the same people that come here every single game. So I'm more excited about those people that have stuck with us the entire season and have been here every single game, from the student section, who I thought was really good today, to the fans that have been with us from day one, every single day. They make a difference. There's not a doubt. There's no question in my mind they make a difference. I mean, you just look across the league. We go to Penn State, their whole lower bowl sold out. Like, it was like there was no empty seats, and that environment was crazy. In this league, you have to have a true home court advantage if you want to be good. Like, and I mean like good in terms of upper half of the league, and to be able to truly, you know, not count home games, but like rely on home games and the home environment to push you through, because it's so hard to win on the road. It's so hard. And so I think we have a good team. I think we're fun to watch. I think our guys compete. I think our guys play hard. I hope people see that. If they don't, I don't know what to tell them. But I just encourage the people that are here, spread the word, keep coming. But I'm just really appreciative and thankful for the people that keep showing up, because they make a difference. They matter. Our guys talk about it. I feel it, the energy in the building. And it's a tough place to play when it's like that. So I just want to encourage, you know, spread the word. You guys probably do a better job of that than me. You can say more than I can. But no, just thankful for people that have been here.
You know, down the stretch, you have just about everybody making big plays. Burrell's getting blocks, getting dunks, Dawson, you have that big three from Cam. How important is that collective approach down the stretch, where there's not really anybody trying to play hero ball? It's just kind of a, you know, everybody pitching.
No, exactly. But we have 5 guys in double figures. You know, when you can key in on one guy, you know, it does make things a little bit tougher. And now when we have versatile guys that can score, you know, it gives you different options as opposed to what you can run, who's hot, who's got the mismatch. different things of a decoy that you can use because the guy's making shots, so they got to honor him more. That opens the stuff up for maybe somebody that you want to go to. Love that Dawson's confident at the line making free throws because now you can run stuff and play through him and know that, like, all right, if he doesn't get the bucket, if he's aggressive and gets the free throw line, like that, there's going to be 2 points probably. But to have that balance is key. And it puts the defense more in a bind.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You didn't turn this off, it's like Jessica.
What's that? Oh, yeah. You gotta think Michigan State crowd's gonna be good. You gotta think.
I mean, if they showed up like this at 1 p.m. for Northwestern,
Right.
I've got to think it's
That
going
was
to
a
be the
pretty
best
good crowd today.
Yeah.
And I get like,
Or Saturday afternoon game.
I hear you.
He's the only one.
I hear you. All right.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Oh man, Marcus just loves the Saturday. I love making
Don't get me
fun.
started, Nate.
I love making fun of Marcus. It's my favorite pastime.
Deadline.
There's no way.
There's no deadline worries after this.
That's why. Don't most people,
It helps, you know. Maybe a lot of overtime.
don't most people read online every now?
I was gonna say, I'm sure you're
We'll
see where we're at.
Okay.
Right.
You know, it's like,
Yeah.
that's what I hate, it's like, hey, we're playing this blah, 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 you know, it's gotta be this, inches or whatever for the score.
Right, exactly.
You know what it should come down to, seriously, this is AI, you know, we should just have AI. Start version, and then
Yeah.
worry about online.
Where you can like really go in depth in that.
And then do it about free. A lot more people texting me, man.
Going up? What does it mean when you're
From all
blowing
over,
up?
from all over to California.
Wow, are they so happy?
I guess, yeah. They should be happy regardless, right?
Just like, because it's a day?
I don't know how to respond to people.
What do you, what do you mean?
Although some people just text me when they lose,
Yeah,
so I appreciate the
that's so funny you say that. Well, 'cause
Actually, certain people call me more.
so, you know, Abe, he actually said, he was like, everyone always, well, he's the coach, obviously. So he's always like, he said, everyone texts when you win. No one texts when you lose. So like, I always text him when he loses. And I'm like, I'm so sorry.
All right. We got Pharrell Payne, Dawson Garcia. Questions for either of the athletes?
Austin, take us through the regulation and how much you guys are fired up to try to win that in overtime.
Yeah, we were super fired up. Like the win got taken out a little bit of our sails because we kind of thought it was going to be a win in regulation. At least that's what my thought process was in my head. But that timeout before that break before overtime started, everybody was just flipped and we got the momentum back on our side because we're a connected group.
When you say flipped, what happened?
I feel like just the belief in the huddle. We were just talking to each other and telling each other that we're not going to walk out of this game with a loss. And so it was just a connected belief.
For when you look at just the way this team plays, you know, when you guys obviously have a win like you did versus Penn State, you weren't there, but from the bench you probably saw how much that motivated the guys and gave them confidence for this game.
Yeah, this team, a lot of fighters. We have a bunch of fighters that are willing to do what it takes to come out with a win.
Defensively, how important was that in your second half?
Defense was the name of the game in my opinion. First half, 12 turnovers. I don't know how many turnovers we had in the second half, but I feel like our defense definitely won it for us.
Well, how much pride do you take in the defensive side of the ball? I mean, you swatting a lot of shots there.
Lots of pride. You see me out there with a lot of energy, a smile on my face. Definitely one of the things I find most prideful.
Dawson, you had a sequence there where you hit the three and then knocked it out of bounds off Northwestern and drew a foul on the other end. I mean, What was kind of going through your mind during that point where you
Uh,
made it
just-
5 points?
Yeah, just win. That's all that was going through my mind, just win. And when I threw the ball off Nicholson's leg and went flying off the court, you know, I was on the floor and I just never felt more alive. Never felt more alive.
The same, well, asking for about Penn State when you went on the road, snapped a 4-game losing streak and played without him, but what does that mean when you can stack the wins together like you have?
Yeah, it's big time to stack wins, and obviously it was just a big time help to have him back, you know, because he does so many things for our team. And, you know, he blocks a lot of shots, but people don't also realize how many shots he alters as well.
Brother, you're a little bit banged up coming in, and Elijah got a little banged up there, both played through the end. I mean, what does that kind of show about the toughness of this team?
It means it shows we have a lot of toughness and grit. Just being able to play through that and come out with the win, I feel like shows a lot.
Austin, what do you think made your team defense click as a whole tonight?
I feel like just our connectedness, and the scout team did a great job, a really good job for us in practice leading up to it. Call them the green team. They wear green jerseys, so they did a great job for us. They just prepared us really well.
So what's the energy level like after playing, you get the win there, just after playing 40-plus minutes? I mean, what does that kind of take a toll? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm tired. I left it all out on the floor. I'm tired.
When you see Elijah go out like that, and then obviously came back, play the way he did, what does that mean?
It means a lot. I told him in the first half, you know, I said, we go as you go. I told him that after he hit that three at the end of the first half. And so, you know, just big props to him. You know, he's a dog, and he's just a great leader for us.
Obviously, Cam, the big shot, 40 seconds left, put you guys ahead, and you went in overtime, but the way he played also in the second half.
Yeah, he was big time for us. He always just hits big shots after big shots. Big time for us.
For both of you, what does it mean to hit threes? I know you guys obviously you hit one in overtime. You want to be able to get baskets in the paint, but it seemed like the momentum shifted when you guys finally had some deep shots.
Yeah, it's always good to play inside and out, and then once those doubles start coming and those swings start happening, it's good to just get your feet ready and be confident to knock it down. Our whole roster.
Austin, you said you kind of left it all out there. Is that kind of the identity of this team? It seems like, no matter the deficit, it always seem to find a way to make it interesting at the end, even if it's not quite a win like it was today, but always battling back.
Yeah, just because I feel like as a group, we just want to chase the victories, and so it gets to a point where we might hit some walls once in a while in a game, but this group knows how to get through those walls.
You guys obviously don't talk much about NCAA tournament or what you want to do as far as postseason, but you have to know that wins like this is what it takes to reach those goals whenever you do.
Yeah, we definitely understand that, and just continue as a team to just take it one game, one practice at a time, and that's going to best prepare us.
All right. Anything else for the players?
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.